इनको बताना नहीं है।
Yeah, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so today first we are going to see what are the topics that we are going to cover as a part of our Azure DevOps course. Okay, so here, so in the fundamentals of Azure Cloud, so yesterday we have discussed that what are the drawbacks of on-premises data centers and what are the advantages of cloud. Okay, and still we have to discuss public cloud, private cloud. Okay, public cloud, private cloud, multi-tenant cloud. Okay, these clouds we have discussed yesterday. And as a part of our course, we also discuss what are the different service models like IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. Okay, so what are the different cloud roles that we are going to discuss as a part of our course. And we also discuss what exactly a region and what is a availability zone, and regions with availability zones, regions without availability zones. Okay, so that concepts we are going to discuss as a part of fundamentals of Azure Cloud. So once we have completed this task, so next we are going to see in how many ways we can connect to Azure. Okay, so there are multiple ways to connect to Azure. Okay, so there is not only single way. So we can create resources in Azure, okay, by using portal, by using Azure CLI, okay, by using cloud for ARM templates. So by using programming language, in how many ways we can connect to Azure Cloud. That is also a part of our course. And when it comes to compute services, so we are going to discuss like how to create Linux and Windows virtual machines, how to secure the VMs, how to deploy Java and .NET applications as a part of, okay, VM creation and VM management. Okay, how to protect a server. So how to increase the size of existing virtual machines. Okay, and how to deal with vertical scaling. What is mean by vertical scaling, horizontal scaling, and what is a load balancer. Okay, and introduction of gateway and traffic manager also we are going to discuss. And as a part of implementing virtual machines, so we are going to see the aspects like how to deploy Python and Java applications, and how you can provide accessibility to outside people so that those will be able to access your applications, okay, from cloud, okay, in the cloud, that we are going to discuss. And after that, okay, so these are all includes 104. Okay, when it comes to certification part, this is all nothing but 104. So this is nothing but Azure Admin. Okay, so let me write the things here. This is nothing but AJ 104. So as a part of networking, so as a part of our course, we also discuss how to create a network. So generally, every company will have its own private network. Okay, so within the network, they will have something like smaller networks like subnets, like private subnet, public subnet. Okay, how to create a private network, how to divide the larger network into smaller modules like subnets, how to deploy virtual machines, how to deploy servers within the subnets. Okay, and how to configure network security groups, and what is mean by point to site virtual private network. Okay, so can you please mute? Some background noise is coming, because in the recording, if you listen, okay, so you will may feel disturbance. And generally, what is the need of creating private networks? Okay, so every company will have its own network. Within that network, okay, they will have their own servers. So they the servers that are deployed in virtual networks will be accessed by only authorized people, authorized applications, authorized servers. Okay, how to make that? So that part we are going to discuss as a part of Azure network. So after that, we are going to see something like ARM templates. Okay, using deployment template, implement Azure network. That means using ARM templates, we are going to create something like virtual networks, and using PowerShell also we will create our own networks. Okay, so yeah, this is something like creating virtual machines. Okay, so managing virtual machines, creating Windows virtual machines via remote desktop protocol. And after that, so we are going to see something like Azure database services. As a part of Azure database services, we are going to see something like, okay, how to create databases, and what is the advantage of cloud databases. Okay, what happened when cloud technology, cloud platforms are not there. Okay, so that we are going to discuss as a part of SQL databases. And once a cloud database is created, how to connect to that cloud database from our laptop, that we are going to discuss as a part of cloud databases. And next, when it comes to Azure storage. Okay, so what is the main intention of storage? What is the need of creating storage? Okay, so generally every cloud platform is going to offer majorly 3 types of services: compute service, networking service, storage service. So as a part of storage service, we are going to see something like how to create storage and what are the storage options, okay, that are provided by Azure. Okay, so how they are useful for our industry needs. Okay, so that we are going to discuss as a part of Azure storage. And when it comes to Azure operations, this is nothing but management part, administration part. Okay, so as a part of Azure operations, we are going to see how to take backup and what is the need of backup and recovery. Okay, how to take backup of virtual machines and local folders, how to perform monitoring. Okay, how to backup Azure app services. Okay, that kind of operational tasks we are going to see as a part of Azure operations. So next, when it comes to user management. Okay, so the user management in Azure is called as Active Directory. So generally, when you are working in a company, okay, root user credentials are not given to you. root user credentials are not given to you. Okay, so you will be logging with some limited credential, and you will be having some limited access. You are not able to access every resource. So just you are able to access only few resources, like you can access only your virtual machine. Okay, so that the moment you join a company, okay, so your entire information will be maintained in the form of Azure Active Directory. Okay, so in the Azure Active Directory, okay, so some restrictions are maintained here. So they are going to specify something like which machine you can access, which sites you can access, which softwares you can install, which softwares you are not supposed to install. Okay, that kind of restrictions you can mention in Azure Active Directory. So how it can work, how you can create users, how you can provide privileges, how you can provide policies to other users. Okay, so that we are going to discuss as a part of Azure Active Directory. There we are going to discuss something like roles, assignments, users, groups. We are going to discuss that. And from here onwards, actual AG 400 will be started. So this is AG 400. Here. So here, so when it comes to Azure DevOps, first we are going to start, okay, what exactly Azure DevOps is. And everyone might get confused, like what exactly Azure DevOps and other DevOps technologies like AWS DevOps is there, open source DevOps is there, okay, GCP DevOps is there, Azure DevOps is there. Okay, what are the different types of DevOps technologies that we are going to discuss as a part of Azure DevOps. And when it comes to Azure DevOps, what are the benefits and what are the main components of Azure DevOps? Okay, that we are going to discuss as a part of our course. And here, so in how many ways we can use Azure DevOps? We can use, we can have something like two versions of DevOps, Azure DevOps flavors. One is on-premise version, other one is cloud version. Other one is a cloud version. Okay, what is the difference between these two? Okay, so presently our major focus is to use Azure DevOps as a service. Okay, Azure DevOps we are going to use on Azure platform, Azure cloud platform. Okay, so as a part of this Azure DevOps, we are going to discuss what exactly Azure repos, pipelines. So this is the introductory part. And when it comes to app services, so this comes under actually platform as a service. So when you want to deploy one application, generally we need two choices. We have two choices. You can deploy your application either on virtual machine or on app service. So app service means without having any virtual machine. Okay, so directly you can host your application, host your software, host your artifact onto app services directly. Okay, so when you deploy this app service on Azure app service, what happens here? Internally, everything, virtual machines, storage, database server, everything is managed by, okay, Azure people only. So this comes under platform as a service. So you don't need to create any virtual machine, don't need to create any database server, don't need to install any Java software, .NET software. All you need to do is, okay, so which runtime, so on which technology you wanted to deploy your application, whether your technology is Java or .NET, Python, Ruby, Node.js, what is your framework? That framework you have to specify. Within 5 to 10 minutes, your platform is ready. Okay, so everything, virtual machines, database services, softwares, everything is managed by Azure only. And after that, we are going to see Azure repos and source code management system. And what is the need of having this version control systems? So what are the different types of version control systems that are available in the market? Okay, so we are going to differentiate between centralized and distributed version control systems. Okay, so how to create local repository and what are the three different areas of Git? Git is a distributed version control system. Okay, here we are going to discuss something like difference between local repository and remote repository. And we also discuss the Git flow. Okay, what are the different areas that are created when you create a local repository in your laptop? That we are going to discuss as a part of version control system or source code management. And after that, we are going to start something like continuous integration. Okay, what exactly continuous integration? What is the need of having continuous integration? Before continuous integration, what happened? Okay, before DevOps. Okay, so before in continuous integration, actually there is a concept called Big Bang integration. Okay, so what exactly mean by Big Bang integration? Okay, what are the drawbacks of Big Bang integration that we are going to discuss before we start continuous integration. As a part of continuous integration, we see something like agents. Okay, what exactly agent is? Okay, what are the types of agents that are available? Okay, in Microsoft Azure Cloud. And once code is written, we are going to measure the quality of the code, how far the code is correct. Okay, so whether the code is having more number of duplications, okay, whether the code is meeting all the requirements of the client or not, okay, whether the code is perfectly meeting all the requirements. Okay, so that kind of static analysis we are going to do as a part of continuous integration. Here, when it comes to deployment, so deployment in Azure is called as release pipeline. Okay, so once my artifact is created, once my code is built, okay, so my artifact is created. Now that artifact we are going to deploy onto virtual machines or app services. How to deploy that artifact on various environments, either by using virtual machines and app services, that we are going to discuss as a part of continuous deployment. Here in release pipeline, in release management, we are going to discuss something like pre-deployment approvals. Okay, that means directly we are not going to deploy your code. You are not going to deploy your application into production. Okay, so before you are going to deploy your application onto production or other environments, okay, we have to take approvals from your higher officials. How to take that approval? That approval is called as pre-deployment approvals. So next, when it comes to PowerShell, okay, so in PowerShell, actually this is other way of using Azure Cloud. Okay, and using PowerShell, we create resources like storage accounts, virtual machines. Okay, that kind of things we are going to discuss as a part of PowerShell. Okay, what are the benefits of PowerShell? That also we are going to discuss here. And what exactly ISC, infrastructure as code, how we can write code. So what is the syntax of commandlet, that we are going to discuss as a part of PowerShell. And when it comes to Docker, okay, nowadays without Docker and Kubernetes, there is no DevOps course, because most of the industries now are using containers rather than virtual machines. Okay, so what are the drawbacks of virtual machines? Why we need to use containers? Okay, what is the advantage of container? Okay, what is a microservice? Okay, so why we use Docker? How to create our own images? How to download the images? Okay, and that kind of interesting aspects we are going to discuss as a part of Docker. And once Docker is completed, what is the need of using Kubernetes? So directly I cannot move containers to production. Okay, so to move these containers to production, we have some challenges. What are the challenges that we have to face when you want to move these containers to production? Okay, so when you want to move these containers to production, we need to have one tool called orchestration tool. That tool is needed. That tool is nothing but Kubernetes. Okay, so Kubernetes is having many advantages over Docker. What is the need of having Kubernetes? That we are going to discuss as a part of Docker and Kubernetes. And here we are going to use Kubernetes as a service on Azure Cloud. That is called as AKS, Azure Kubernetes Services. how to set up Kubernetes cluster in Azure Cloud. That we are going to discuss as a part of Azure Kubernetes services. And after that, so here you know that Terraform is a generic IST tool, infrastructure as code. Using Terraform, we can create Azure resources like virtual machines, okay, storage accounts. Okay, so here how we can use loops in Terraform, how you can create multiple resources in single shot by using Terraform. That we are going to discuss as a part of okay Terraform course. Now, today we are going to see our next part is how to create Azure accounts. So let me open Visual Studio Code. Yesterday I told you, right? To create Azure account, Azure free tier account, okay, we need to have three things. What are the three things that we need? Just a minute.
Shiva, I see recording option blocking the screen sharing in the top left. Can we bring that down, please?
This one?
The screen is not fully visible. I see something in black shade in the top left screen. I don't know if it is the same for others as well, or just with me.
I'm good with that one. Sharing is good. Facing any issue, yeah.
Okay, and let me rejoin. Yeah, thank you.
So is anyone facing same issue?
No, Shiva, I'm good on that one. Sharing is good.
Okay, so let us create one file, 21 February.
Shiva, I guess yesterday you have not discussed this, what is called PaaS or SaaS or what is IaaS.
I will discuss. Okay.
Oh, okay, Shiva.
Whatever we mentioned in course pattern, definitely we will discuss.
Sure, thank you.
Azure account creation steps. To create a free tier Azure account, we need email ID, mobile number, and one credit card. So once you be ready with these three things, simply, okay, like Gmail account creation, any other account creation, okay, you can create this account within 5 to 10 minutes. Just ask like this: Azure free tier account creation. This is a link to create a Azure free tier account. So I'm giving the link here. Link for creating a new Azure account. Here, just click on start free. I don't have any account. So I'm giving something like my username. In your case, you have to give your email ID. Okay. So click on next. Create one. Click on create one. It is going to ask you password. It already taken. You try with other accounts. Which account I have to take? So on DevOps. Again, it is a part of account. Yeah, can anyone give your mail ID so that for you I will show, because it is also useful to you. So if you are ready with your credentials, I can create your account so that you need not to create again. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, we can hear you. I don't have any account that is ready for this, Shiva yet.
You don't have any account, Gmail account, Hotmail account, any account, you don't have any account?
I have Gmail, but I'm not sure if I can share the password. It is my personal Gmail. Do you need the password as well for that?
Yeah, it does. It does not ask password, right? Can I do? At least can you open this page in your system? Because I have completed all my email IDs. Okay, I cannot create now. Can you open the screen? Okay, I will show the steps. You need not to give your credentials. Okay, so if you can give your mail ID, so if you can use your mail ID, okay, now your account will be created so that you can save the time.
Shiva, otherwise, can you proceed with the next topic? In the meantime, we can create that one today. And if we face any issues, then we
Okay.
can.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because already I used all my accounts. I don't
Yeah,
have
understand Shiva. But right now, credit card is not ready with me.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Today,
Yeah,
by
no
today,
problem.
that one I can create that one, and if you face
Yes.
any issues, I will let you know.
Yes, yes, no problem. Okay, so let us see other aspects of today's session. Just a minute. So yesterday, so we have seen these things like what exactly data center and what are the challenges, what are the problems that we are facing with the data centers, and what are the benefits of cloud, and what is a cloud architecture. Okay, so we also discussed something like cloud computing. It is a process of delivering services like compute, storage, networking, database services via internet with pay-as-you-go plan. And when it comes to cloud, so the advantages of cloud will be cost savings, security, flexibility, data replication, disaster recovery, loss prevention, automatic software updates. These things we have discussed in last class. Okay. And these are also very important terms: cloud service providers and cloud services consumer. So cloud services providers means cloud service provider is the owner of physical hardware on which we create virtual infrastructure like compute, storage, memory, network. Okay, so who are the cloud services providers like AWS, Azure, GCP, Ali Cloud? These are the best example for cloud services providers. So generally, the person can be an individual person or an organization who consumes the services provided by cloud services provider will be called as a cloud services consumer. Okay, so cloud services consumer can be an individual client, an organization that utilizes the services provided by cloud services provider. Okay, CSP will provide different options to create virtual infrastructures. Okay, for meeting your application needs. These are referred to as services. Okay, this architecture we have discussed in last class. So in every cloud environment, so this layer is owned by cloud services provider. So this is generally, okay, what hardware layer. Generally, this is owned by cloud services provider. On the top of this, every cloud services provider is going to provide services. Okay, using services, we are going to create services, resources. Okay, the resources that we can create can be Azure Virtual Machine, hard disk, okay, app service, it can be anything. And this is exactly global infrastructure of Azure. So in Azure global infrastructure, so majorly we are going to define two terms. One is region. So a region is a place, okay, where exactly we have zones, availability zones. So availability zones might be having data centers. So data centers, yesterday I have shown you, data centers might be having racks. Okay, so within the racks we can have servers, tower servers, blade servers. We can have such servers. Okay, so that means a region is nothing but a geographical location on the globe. So here, if you look at this Azure global infrastructure, so here these are round circles, these are available regions. And these dotted circles are nothing but, so here we are seeing some dotted circles like Germany, Northeast, Germany Central, Switzerland, and something like here this one, UAE Central, UAE North. Okay, these are nothing but what? Okay, announced regions. They are not launched so far. And if you see this this kind of orange color dot, okay, availability zones present. So if you look at this Canada Central, okay, otherwise I can show it France Central. So in France Central is a region with availability zones. Okay, so in Azure we have two types of regions. Okay, one is regions with availability zones, regions without availability zones. Okay, so always remember that Azure is having regions. Within regions we have availability zones. Availability zones is will be having data centers. This is exactly what we are expecting here. Now here, if you can see this location.
Shiva, can you please repeat that one? What is this region without availability zone?
This one?
A region without availability zone, whatever the yellow color it was shown, that one in the last screen.
Region, this is availability zones present. Regions with availability zones.
Availability zones present. What about this circle one? Available region means what is this one?
Available region means presently these are available. Okay, so here this dotted circle means announced regions. These will be coming in the soon in the future. In the Hyderabad there is no region. Okay, so in Hyderabad a region is coming soon.
Okay.
And when it comes to this one, okay, availability zones present. So here if you look at this France Central, so for France Central we are seeing this orange color symbol in the middle, right? Okay,
yes,
that means this is a region with availability zones.
Region with availability zones. Okay. I will go through this one once. Yeah.
I will explain. So when we discuss this compute service, we will discuss with practical sessions, because in this
Yeah.
if I explain everything, okay, you will get confused. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, that one reason is the combination of multiple availability zones.
Yes.
And one or two availability.
Some regions may not be having availability zones also. Okay, without availability zones also, some regions are present.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Yeah. Thank you.
And when it comes to regions and availability zones, okay, see here we can see that here these are the 3 availability zones which are presented, okay, in this region. So here how many availability zones are? 3 availability zones are there. One is zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. And every zone, okay, may be having 1 or more data center. Data centers might be having physical infrastructure. Okay, yesterday I have shown the exact infrastructure, exact architecture of data center. Okay, so data center is a part of, okay, availability zone. Availability zone is a part of region. And this is nothing but paid regions, means in case of disaster, okay, suppose we have launched some virtual machines within this region. Just imagine that this region is completely down due to some disaster, due to earthquake and due to fire accident. So immediately whatever service that are running, okay, will be moved, okay, automatically failed over to this secondary region. Okay, this is a disaster recovery region. Okay, these 2 regions are called as paid regions. PAIRED, paid regions. Just a minute, I will clear all the drawing. Right. So here, did you get the idea? So at least did you get some concept how a region will be like, how a availability zone is like within the availability zone, how data center is nothing but it is a building. Okay, so in a single availability zone, multiple data centers might be presented. Okay, so within a single region, okay, multiple availability zones might be there. Okay.
Shiva, one question. What about this disaster recovery? Means it will be available in the same region or it will be in a different region?
A different region. Suppose I may say, suppose in Hyderabad, one region is there. Suppose due to some mishap, due to some fire accident, due to some unexpected event, completely your Hyderabad region is down. Okay, I have one more region in Bangalore. Okay, if something goes wrong in Hyderabad, okay, your Bangalore region will be working, right? And in between Azure Hyderabad and Bangalore region, there is a dedicated network connection is there. Okay, so whatever servers that are running in Hyderabad region, okay, automatically, okay, so start functions in Bangalore region, because always the regions from Hyderabad region, Bangalore region will be synchronized. Did you get my point?
Yeah, Shiva. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Due to some mishap, due to some fire accident, just imagine that Hyderabad region is completely collapsed. So in that case, okay, so we can have functionality with the Bangalore region. You can imagine, this is my region, Azure region, Hyderabad. This is second region. This is situated in Bangalore.
Okay, Shiva. Yeah, got it.
Now, these are the 3 different service models. Okay, so generally every public cloud is going to provide 3 service models. Okay, one is IaaS, other one is platform as a service, third one is software as a service. Okay, now this is completely on-premises setup. There is no involvement of cloud here. So everything we are managing in our office only. Now, what exactly IaaS and platform as a service, software as a service? Okay, with a simple example, I can explain everything. suppose I want to launch one web application. So generally we know that to launch a web application, we need many components like networking is required, storage is required, servers are required, virtualization, operating system, database servers, middleware. Okay, many things are required. So to launch that web application, okay, so if you are using IaaS model, infrastructure as a service, so your cloud will provide only these below components. Okay, these components they are going to provide. These below components they are going to provide. Means what are the below components they are going to provide? Networking, storage. Guys, am I audible?
Yeah, Shiva.
Okay, these components, networking, storage, servers, virtualization, they will provide. Okay, we have to manage operating system. Managing operating system means suppose latest patches comes, latest version of operating system comes. Okay, then it is our responsibility to upgrade the operating system. So we have to install middleware like Tomcat, WebLogic, IaaS server, everything we have to manage. And we have to manage softwares like Java, .NET runtime, we have to manage. And we have to manage our application also. Okay, so this is one model. And we can choose other model, that is a platform as a service. So in platform as a service, most of the components, so all these components are given by Azure Cloud. Okay, so all we need to do is, if your code is ready, suppose my developer has written some code in Java. Okay, then you simply have to select Azure App Service. Okay, so on the Azure App Service, just you need to select the platform. Okay, on which platform you wanted to deploy your application, whether you wanted to have Java platform, .NET platform, or Python, whatever it may be. Just you need to choose platform, and you have to deploy the code. So everything is done, okay, on Azure App Service, like building the code, okay, compilation, okay, everything is performed. Finally, they are going to give a URL to you. So using that URL, okay, you can access the application. So the difference between this model and this model is, in this model, almost every component is given by Azure Cloud only. Just you need to maintain only your application and the data generated by application only. Only few components. That means most of the things are managed by Azure platform. Okay. So, but in the first case, okay, so we have to manage operating system. We have to manage middleware. We have to manage softwares like .NET Java. We have to manage software, and we have to manage the data generated by application. Almost every component is managed by us in case of infrastructure as a service. In case of PaaS, okay, most of the things are managed by, okay, so this Azure platform. If your code is ready, okay, just you can deploy the code on the app service. Okay, finally, okay, we can access the code, how the things are managed, how the servers are managed, how hardware is working, how the load balancers are made, and everything is managed by cloud service providers only. That is one model. And so the final model, yes.
In the middleware means that one we can select this one, WebLogic, Sphere, and Tomcat.
Yes.
All the things we can select, and so it will be managed by the cloud people, correct?
Yeah, in case of app service, that is managed by cloud people.
Okay, okay, sure, yeah.
But in case of software as a service, nowadays we are using many components like Office 365, okay, Azure Kubernetes service. So just our responsibility is to log into that portal, and directly we can use it. Suppose in Gmail, I have received one mail. I have received one MS Word document. Okay. So to open the document, I don't need any MS Word software in my system. Okay. So automatically that is open. But how that is opening? What kind of software it is? Okay. What kind of operating system on which it is running? We don't know it. Okay. So we least bothered about our data, our document. In a similar manner, so if you think of Office 365, in Office 365, many components are available nowadays. Okay. So all you need to do is just you have to log in into that portal. Okay, directly you can use it. So many models like Salesforce, Azure Kubernetes services, Office 365, all these comes under software as a service. So like this, every cloud service cloud provides 3 types of service models: IaaS, platform as a service, and software as a service. Okay, these job roles yesterday we have discussed. Okay, like what exactly solution architect, cloud admin, cloud developer, cloud specialization. Okay, in yesterday's video, okay, I have discussed all these job roles. See, from tomorrow onwards, our timings will be 8 to 9. There is no 78 batch. Okay, 8 to 9 already the batch was scheduled. Okay, you will be coming at 8 o'clock. There is no 7 o'clock batch from tomorrow onwards. Okay, all 7 p.m. students will be coming into coming at 8 p.m. from tomorrow onwards.
Okay, Shiva, how can I get the videos from the Google Drive? Like, who will help me with those recordings?
Yeah. So you can contact the DURGASOFT training team. Okay, they will be providing the recordings to you. So if you already registered, if you already complete fees payment, okay, they will provide link to you. Okay, so once completion of every session, they will upload every recording in Google Drive. Okay, you will get recording of every session. Okay, and apart from recording, you will also get notes from tomorrow onwards. And these records are, I think you can use these recordings for 1 year.
Okay, and is there any other batch that is running apart from this time, Shiva, just to know? I mean, sometime in the morning, or is it only this night that it is?
This time only. There is no morning batch.
Okay.
So from tomorrow onwards, directly we will start practical part, like how to implement virtual machines, how to create Windows virtual machines, how to host one .NET application, how to set up IaaS server. Okay, how you can provide accessibility to others, how to open port numbers. Okay, that kind of interesting things we are going to start from tomorrow onwards. From tomorrow onward, the timings will be, okay, once again I'm telling 8 p.m. not 7 p.m.
Okay. Any prerequisites to have Shiva, like the email ID? So anything like that that we need to be prepared for tomorrow?
No, nothing is required.
So we can just have our own email ID created one, right?
Yes. To create Azure account.
Okay. And we can have it Gmail only.
Yes, you can have Gmail or Outlook or a Hotmail. Anything is okay.
Okay.
You can create your Azure account with a Gmail account, Gmail ID, Hotmail ID, or Outlook. Okay, with any Gmail ID, you can create Azure free tier account.
Will join at same link.
Yes.
Will join on a same link.
Same link. Same link. Okay, with same link we can join tomorrow. So once your account is created, okay, so you can log in into your Azure portal by giving portal.azure.com. Okay, this is my account. Okay, this is said to be your Azure landing page. Okay, so on the left side we are seeing some options like these options are called as something like blades. Okay, yeah, these are the services, these are the resources that we can create, like we can create resource groups. Okay, virtual machines, load balancer. We'll discuss what exactly resource group is tomorrow. Okay, so on the top, you are going to see something like settings here. Okay, so your settings menu is there, alerts menu is there. Okay, the moment you create Azure account, okay, so in your account, so you will get to 14,500 rupees. Okay, INR. So you can use this 14,500 INR, okay, within 1 month. Okay, if you are not using this 14,500 within 1 month, okay, so these are completely vanished. So here in first 1 month, you can utilize this 14,500. So whatever resources you are creating, okay, like you so you will be creating many services like virtual machine storage, database services. Okay, whatever service you are creating. Okay, so for every service, the cost will be deducted from this 14,500. Okay, if you are not using this 14,500 within 1 month, okay, from 2nd month onwards, this amount will be vanished. From 2nd month to 12th month. 12th month, okay, your plan will be changed to pay as you go. So in pay as you go also some free services are there. So you have to upgrade this free tier account to pay as you go subscription. How to subscribe for pay as you go, that also we are going to discuss once you finish your free trial account. Okay, pay as you go subscription. Okay, this is valid for 2nd to 12th month. So in 2nd to 12th month also, we will be getting some free services. So what are the free services that you are going to get from 2nd month? Okay, just you can have free services here. In the Azure portal, just you can ask free services. Okay, so are you seeing here? These are the free services that you can use for 12 months. Services free for 12 months with Azure free account, like 750 hours of compute means you can create virtual machines and you can use them for 750 hours in a month. Okay. And storage up to 5 GB is free. And hard disk space 64 GB is free. So these are the free services. And some services are that are free for your lifetime. What are the services that are free forever? Always free. Okay, Azure App Services like this one. What is this 10 web mobile APIs with 1 GB storage? We will be coming to know each and everything, because in this stage I cannot explain. If I explain, you cannot understand anything. Okay, these are the services that are free forever. And these are the services, all the above services are free for 12 months.
Sure, question. Whatever the services we are using in Azure DevOps, it will be free for 12 months. Means it will be take the example of virtual machines or whatever the DevOps services also, it will be free for
DevOps services means
means as for our course, as for the whatever the, you are teaching that one, available for 12 months.
Not 12 months. So every service is free for 1 month. Okay, after 1 month, you are not going to get a bill of 100 to 200 rupees. Not more than that.
Okay, okay. So after 1 month, whatever the services you are telling in the classes, it will be billed for all.
Yeah, most of the services we are going to take that are available for free.
Okay, okay, sure. Yeah.
So guys, still any other questions? If any questions are there, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will stop it for today. Tomorrow we
From
meet again.
tomorrow, 8 PM, right?
8 PM.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we stop the session? But by tomorrow, please create Azure account, because from tomorrow onwards, we are going to see how to create virtual machines, how to deploy applications, okay, and how to run an application. Completely practical oriented from tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow onwards, the sessions also most important and interesting. Okay.
And one more thing, Shiva, one question, last question from my side.
Yes.
what is the system requirements? Because my laptop is very old, means for 4 to 5 years back, and you mentioned that one we are installing some softwares.
No. We are not installing softwares in your virtual machine. So in your system. Okay. And if you don't have sufficient requirements, you can create a virtual machine. On that, you can install softwares.
Okay, I thought that one we are installing in our local laptop. Yeah.
On local laptop also, you have to install few softwares that those are very lightweight.
Okay, then it is good, because my laptop is 5 years back old laptop.
No problem. Even your laptop is 10 years old also, you can use it.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Guys, any other questions? Shall we stop the session for now?
Yeah, Shiva, from my side.
Okay, thank you guys. Tomorrow we meet again. Just by tomorrow, okay, create Azure accounts. We will start completely practical things.
Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.